Hey guys, you asked for Thanksgiving dinner rolls and here I am showing you how to make sourdough dinner rolls. It's fairly simple, and so what I'm going to do, we're just going to walk it through it step by step. By the end of the video, you'll be equipped to make your family Thanksgiving dinner rolls. Okay, so this is my mixer bowl. So to this, I'm going to add all of my wet ingredients. So that is going to be 100 grams of warm milk. And if it's not warm, it just might take a little bit longer to ferment and get going. But these can also be made same day, which is awesome. You can also leave the dough in the fridge for a day or two to make them more sour. Okay, a little bit more. And then 100 grams of warm water. And because I'm using heritage grain, or if you're using like a whole wheat, you could add a little bit more water. So I'm actually gonna add about 30 grams more of water. 30, 40. Okay, and then I'm also gonna add my butter to this, which is 55 grams. Clearing the scale. I always forget to. And you want to be able, you want to pour, 56. You want to pour fast enough that your scale knows that it's getting weight. If you go too slow, it won't catch that. And then 60 grams of honey. And that was 80 grams. That's okay. And 200 grams of my starter. That is 205. Perfect. Okay, and we'll set that aside. Feed it after. And then this, we're also going to add the yeast here. The yeast is about 6 grams, which is not even, I think it's just like a teaspoon. And that's just enough to make it predictable, also optional. So if you don't want to use commercial yeast, then you don't have to. I'm just going to mix this up a little bit. And we're gonna let this, you could wait up to 10 minutes. I'm not gonna, but if I was like doing other stuff around the house, I probably could. But you just wanna kind of start activating the yeast and whatnot. I haven't found it to be a big enough difference to not, or to do that. And then to my dry ingredient bowl here, I'm going to zero that out, and I'm going to add my 450 grams of heritage flour. This I have from the Sunrise Flour Mill. It just is so good. If you haven't tried heritage flour, it is fantastic. That's about 453, and then to this 10 grams of salt. Okay. That should do it. All right, so then we're done winging, and so then I'm going to start with about half of my flour, and I'll just mix the salt in and just pour a couple of scoops in here. We're just going to mix this together until it comes together, and then I'm going to add the rest of the flour gradually. And this takes about 5 minutes. A little trick to adding flour at a time is you want to just add it as soon as it's like mixed in. So you can see some flour and then let that mix in and then add the rest. because if you wait too long, then your dough might be too thick. So as you can see, this has come together. So I'm going to knead it for another 2 minutes or so. And while that's happening, I'm just gonna oil the bowl, and then the dough will go into the bowl. So I'm just gonna mix it for these couple minutes until it starts to clean the sides, and I just want a smooth, elasticy dough in this case. All right, so your dough should be pretty stretchy. And then we're just gonna scrape this out. It'll be pretty wet also, like this. And I'll just flip it over just so like all the sides are covered with the oil. And then we just cover this with plastic wrap. And I make sure that my plastic wrap is big enough for my 9x13 pan, just so I can also reuse this plastic. But you do you. And this will double within the next 2 hours or so. All right, guys, it's been a long day of dough rising, kind of. So I actually mixed this recipe twice. You guys didn't know that because you only see the first one or the second one. You won't know. But anyway, so the dough that I'm going to actually be rolling into dinner rolls was my first batch, and it has been 4 hours. So it took quite a while for it to get fluffy like I wanted it to, but it more than doubled. So that I was just looking for more of like a lighter texture in it. So with these like dinner rolls, this is the great part about this particular recipe. You can make them about 300 grams and they would be hamburger buns. You can make them 150 grams or 100 grams and they're going to be a large dinner rolls, or 80 grams or even 60 grams, which would be like the little like Hawaiian dinner rolls. They're would be that little. So this is where making your own dinner rolls really pays off, because you can decide like what size you want to serve. So if I was going to just mix up one batch and I was expecting a lot of guests and we're going to have a lot of carbs, like something like for Thanksgiving, I probably would do smaller rolls. But my preference for this in our everyday life is about the 80 gram dinner roll. So that's what I'm gonna measure out. So what you'll need is a baking dish. So this is just my 9x13 pan, and it really doesn't matter. And I'm just gonna lightly oil it. And that's where we're going to start. And I'm gonna then just set this aside for when we are ready. Can you use spray? Yeah, you can. Can you use butter? Yeah. Whatever you want to use, you can. All right, so then I will also use my scale. So the other thing is if you don't have a scale, then you can just evenly divide it, and that's not going to matter that much. So it's kind of up to you. If you want them all to be exactly the same, then use a scale. If you're like, whatever, then you can do something different. So I am gonna just flour my surface. And the reason why I go all around is because I'm just gonna weigh everything, and then I'm gonna roll it into the dough, the balls. All right.
It deflated so much.
It did deflate.
Sorry, side note.
Side note.
Editor moment.
All right, so I'm gonna kind of eyeball this. You should be getting 1280 grams. So that's 95. This is 78, that's fine. That's 87. That's 81. Okay, so now that I have rolled up all of the dough, I'm gonna just let it sit lightly covered. If you can see, I reused the plastic that I had on my bowl. And then these, you can also, at this point, after you form them, you can pop them in the freezer and freeze them. Once, like maybe a couple hours after, those then can go in a Ziploc baggie. And you'll be able to pull them out the night before that you want to bake and just let them rise in the fridge and or on the counter for a few hours before you bake them. So super easy and versatile dinner roll or hamburger bun. All right, so we're gonna let these rise for about an hour, and then we are going to put them in the oven. I believe it's for 375 for about 22 minutes. And then we put melted butter on top, and that just makes them extra soft and delicious. So I'll show you that step next.